Hey, glad you could stop by. In this video, I'll be sharing a brand new paint line by Kaleido ColorWorks. I'll also be doing a test with their metallic paint set, which includes 12 very interesting colors. Alright, let's check these paints out. These are the 12 metallic colors that come in the set. You also get a thinner and a cleaner. Several spoons will give their life as the testing platform. We'll also be checking out the primers and the clear coats. They also supply an informative color chart. With over 80 colors to choose from, you'll be sure to find the right color for your projects. Colors available are primary colors, auto colors, mecha colors, and metal colors, as well as your primers and varnishes. There's also a bit of tech here for you nerdy types. You can pause the video here if you want to read more. One thing I wish they would have included in this set were the bigger bottles of cleaner and thinner. But to be honest, the cleaner is probably the one you'll want the bigger bottle of. The primers and varnishes come with this sealed top, so you'll have to peel that back before you decant any of the product. One thing I don't care for are these type of paint lids. The paint just goes all over the place and you just usually end up with a big mess on the bottle. Each metallic color will be sprayed onto a black, white, and gray primed spoon. This way we can see if the various primed surfaces affect the final color. Let's take a look at how these primers spray in an unedited clip. I'm using my Iwata HPC airbrush for this. I was hoping to use the Gallery 0.2 airbrush for this test, but since I wasn't thinning things, I thought it was better to use the larger needle. If you're looking to purchase a Gallery airbrush, you can check out my affiliate link down in the description. You'll receive a 10% discount. I'll make a small commission which goes to making more videos just like this. If you are thinning, they do recommend a 2 to 4 paint to thinner ratio. Drying time is 5 to 20 minutes for touch and 24 hours for complete curing. So far, I'm very impressed with the way these are spraying. And a little blow with the hairdryer and she's silky smooth.
Let's go, Jerry! Go!
If you're having trouble with a clogged nozzle, this airbrush tip should help you out. Start by cleaning the side of the cup with a brush. Scrub away any dried paint and then pour it into your dump cup. Then wipe it out with a soft towel. Repeat the same procedure a second time. You're now safe to spray the cleaner through without the worry of having to have any dried paint get stuck in the end of the nozzle. Let's see how the gray performs. Here you can see the paint is reacting with something on the spoon. I'm not sure what it was, but it probably just needed to be cleaned first. So, alcohol to the rescue. This just goes to show that you should always test the surface before you put any paint on it, because you never know what kind of contaminant could be there. Again, a perfectly smooth surface. While I have these primers out, I suppose we should probably test them out on a model. Always keep a couple of old models around that you don't care about anymore. They're perfect for testing out different techniques and paints. The primer was dry to touch in just a few minutes. And finally the black. You can really hose this stuff on. It won't sag or hide any of the delicate details. Super smooth and durable. That goes for the spoon as well. Like I said earlier, it would be nice to get the larger bottles with this set, although the cleaner is probably the one you're going to want more of. I did, however, find that these two products, although they're thinners, did perform as well as the Kaleido cleaner. Now let's get to the star attraction, these metal colors. For the first color, I wanted to see how it would react on an unprimed surface. You tend to forget that this is an acrylic paint because it acts so much like a lacquer-based paint. I'm laying this on quite heavy and there's been no sagging whatsoever. I have to say that this looks really good for an acrylic paint.
The best, Jerry. The best.
Alright, let's check out these last 11 colors and see how they perform. The primer color doesn't seem to affect the final finish on these. I could see these particular colors being very useful to mecha builders or figure modelers, especially on models that have a lot of armor. I found this red copper to be quite a stunning color. It's very unique. This shade doesn't seem to be affected by that primer base color either. The remaining colors will most likely be interesting to aircraft modelers. Although they can be pretty much used anywhere, aircraft models seem to be where these will fit perfectly. These are truly the best acrylic metallic colors I've ever sprayed through an airbrush. Lacquer-based paints will probably be a little more durable in the long run, although I've found these paints to be very durable so far. The trade-off being there's virtually no odor and they really look great. Speaking of aircraft modelers, let's take a look at how these spray on an actual model. Looking past the fact that this is a demo model, I think this looks really good. And this is what happens when you don't clean something properly. As much as I dislike the pouring caps on the large bottles, I do, however, like these. And did I mention these paints have balls? Stirring balls, that is. These work great for mixing up all that fine metallic pigment. I really love the slight greenish hue to this color. Let's test some more color on this airframe. For an acrylic paint, this has some incredible shine to it. Silver paint. Don't let me down this time. Ah, finally a silver that doesn't suck. And looks even better on the model. Each and every color is very consistent and the pigment is ground extremely fine. I think that's why they replicate lacquer-based paints so well. The sheen on these acrylic paints is just perfect. They replicate metal so well, I'm blown away. I'm not sure what happened here, but it's a cool effect anyway. Please excuse the texture on this practice model. It looks a lot better on the spoons. I really just wanted to use this as a base to show you what it would look like on a model. This is the best aluminum, or aluminium as you say in the UK, that I've sprayed to date. And for the finale, let's check out these 3 varnishes. I'm spraying these straight out of the bottle without any dilution. I'm about 5 inches away from the model and putting it on fairly heavy. That is a stunning gloss coat. No sags, no drips, and it's smooth as glass. Again, I'm not holding back at all and putting it on quite heavy. I would call this more of a satin than a semi-gloss. It's subtle, but it's good if you're looking for just a slight sheen on your model. I decided to add a little thinner to the matte varnish just to test it out and see how it would work. There's no exact ratio here, I just kind of blasted it into the cup and hoped for the best. I sprayed the matte over the gloss varnish side, and I used a piece of paper just to mask it off so we can see exactly how matte this matte is. Well, I'd say that's pretty flat. I'm going to give this matte varnish a 10 out of 10. And here's the final results with all the colors present. I was extremely happy with the results. What do you guys think? This is the scorched gold. There is a difference between the black and the gray spoon. The black looks a little greener and the gray has more of a brown tint to it. Champagne gold had the same outcome. The rest of the spoons didn't seem to be affected by the primer colors. This final test will be the durability test. As you can see, it's very strong and I'm hitting this with a bit of force, and it escaped unscathed. Here's the same test with an unprimed spoon. And again, it seems pretty bulletproof. Chances are you're not going to be beating on your model with a wooden stick, but just in case you are, well, you know you've got some pretty strong acrylic paint here. As far as sandability goes, well, yeah, it's pretty good. It doesn't ball or tear like some acrylics do, and as you can see, it performs really well underneath the sandpaper. So, yeah, as good as a lacquer, I think. Hey, if you'd like a smooth and shiny deal, go to the description below and check out my link to get yourself a 30% discount on these paints. As always, please consider subscribing, hit the bell notification, but most importantly, give this video a like. That tells YouTube that you enjoyed this video, and they'll suggest it to others just like you. Until next time, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.